like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my late review of Teen Mom Young and Pregnant Season 1, Episode 19. I don't know what took me so long to do this review. I watched it, I believe, on Tuesday, and I just kept procrastinating. So it's here. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. Okay? If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a Jaybird. Okay? Yes, I'm kind of in pajamas because it's Sunday and I'm chilling. So I'm like, it is what it is, but I'm comfortable. Doing my reviews today. Do not forget to comment, like, and share this video, and to always hit the notification bell because it lets you know when I have new videos up. So the episode that came on Monday, I believe it was okay. I think it's not that I'm not as interested in the show anymore, but I don't know. Sometimes I'll be like, it doesn't give me the energy to want to instantly review it. So I don't know what it could be. We're going to start with Jade. Okay, so Jade says how her and Shine have been co-parenting pretty well or whatever over the last few weeks, which is a good thing because they have been going back and forth over some. It was just kind of crazy. It was a good thing that they are at least able to co-parent efficiently with each other. So they're out having a conversation or whatever. And she brings up how, they have been able to move past their past, and how she does not want to be too stressed out. She says, when I was with you, I was just stressed out because, I didn't trust you, so now I'm not worried about going through your phone, about where you at or whatever, and it's not stressing me out as much as it was when we were a couple. And then, she's like, now we can just be friends. Like, we can be friends, we can co-parent, we can both be mature, and just be good parents to our daughter. And I'm like, so Sean agrees for the most part. And says he just wants Jade to be happy and also want the baby to be happy. But he wants to be back with her. I think that's clear. I think she wants to be back with him as well. But again, she don't trust him. So for her, it's like a catch-22. So we do see they go together because the baby got sick. She had hand, foot, mouth disease or whatever. And so she's like, it was really weird. She has these bumps and stuff on her feet and kind of on her hands, and she had some on her mouth too. And I was like, well, it's clear what that is. It's foot, hand, mouth disease or whatever. But they go together to the hospital to get her checked out. That's great when two parents can come together to, ease out the issues of the world. We do see her then go out for like dinner or whatever with the girl who was supposed to be her roommate in like a month. Her ex-roommate was going to be her current roommate. And they're just kind of just chit-chatting and everything. And she's like, so how's everything going between you and Sean? Like, what's been going on? And so she brings up how we've been getting along a lot more. Like, he has our daughter now, and we're able to co-parents. So we've been getting along. And then she's like, so you are you gonna like let him like move in again? Like, it's gonna move in with us? And so she's like, well, I don't know. He did spend the night with us yesterday and the day before because Chloe's sick. And so he's been helping with her. So he has been like the past 2 days. But I'm not really focused on, him move back in at all. Like, that's not something I'm thinking is going to happen in the near future. And so, she's like, I want us to just kind of respect each other for a while. Like, just co-parent before anything goes any further. And so, because I just don't want to deal with that. So the girl then asks, like, are y'all, like, having sex and stuff or whatever? And she kind of, like, get quiet. It's like, I don't want to talk about that, meaning they fucking. So he there and they're having sex, but she wants him around when she wants him around. And that's just true tea. And I feel like it's going to be a rumble in the jungle because she's going to want Shine there. My thing is, I don't think her apartment is big enough for her to have a whole roommate, a kid, and a boyfriend in it. Like, I'm like, that just does not happen. But I'm guessing that she needs a roommate to share the cost of how much it costs to be a whole parent, to carry the household. So she needs a roommate. So that's one thing. But I'm like, girl, you, that baby, that girl, yo, and Sean cannot live in that apartment. It's just not that big. And so we're going to see what happens with them. because that was it. Lexi and Kyler. Lexi is telling Kyler how she lost her promise ring or whatever. And he's like, well, if you lost it, you lost your love for me. Like, okay, you lost it. And I'm not going to get you a new one. He's laughing. I'm like, he's such a little asshole. So she's like, you know what? I want you to give me a new one. And, I want a new one. He says, okay, I'll make you a deal. If you leave me alone, which is crazy. If you leave me alone on a Friday, I'll buy you a new ring. But you can't call me, text me, contact me in any way. You can't pop up to my house, nothing. You gotta leave me alone for a whole day. Like this, don't bother me. I'm like, how is that a way to prove you love somebody? To tell them, like, to basically leave you alone. I'm like, it's just crazy. And at first, she's like, well, no, I don't want to do that. And so that just seems like you don't want me around. He's like, well, no, this is a test. This to see, to show you how clingy you are. And I'm like, he is such a little asshole. She's like, you know what? Fine. Okay, it'll be a deal. If I do that, I'll get a new ring, right? And he's like, yeah. So she decides to take the deal. And she says how she wants to do it to show him how she does not need him and how she can be without him for a day and not be clingy. I'm like, oh, okay. So her mom is talking to her later on about, how she thinks this thing is a dumb idea, and if, she loves, if he loves her, why would he want her to leave him alone? Which is true. And she's like, he equates, wait. Yeah, if you leave him alone, how does that equal that a promise? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Which it doesn't. I do think that Lexi has grown a little bit more since having a baby. I do think she's a little less clingy. Just for the fact that she agreed to do it. I think that's true. She's like, I just wanted to show him how I could be without him and it was fine or whatever. And, I'm not that same 14-year-old girl that he thought I am. And, I'm not her anymore. And so I'm like, what is making that noise? My fan is on my curtain. Because I moved it over too fast. Too far. Anyway, so, her mom, like, I want you to be able to stand up for yourself, whatever, and just say, screw you, Kyla respects me. And she says, I feel like he does respect me. And, maybe you don't see that, but I think he does. She brings up how she can realize the times that Kyla is not being nice. And she's like, when she has to, that she does stand up for herself. But I feel like what her mom is seeing the time that she lets Kyla slide. Like the time that she's like building up to defend herself or stand up for herself. Her mom's like, but he was mean and rude, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. You don't see it until that 5th time. You're letting it build up where I see it every time and I don't like that. And she's like, I'm saying, but I just don't want you to have to deal with that. So her mom is right in saying, I want you to be able to stand up for yourself. But why am I thinking not saving? But at the same time, I want you to, just not be a doormat. And she's saying, like, I don't feel like I am. So that's her issue about it. Anyway, what else did she say? Yeah, so that was really it. Her and how to meet up later on, and he gives her a new promise ring. And she's happy with the little promise ring or whatever. And then, she's like, it makes me feel like you don't love me when you make me have to do things like you make me do things like this. And then he's like, well, I do love you. I'm like, but they're weird to me. Like, they both seem void of emotion. So I'm wondering how they ever had sex. Because she's a little Wednesday Addams from the Addams family. And she seems non-emotional. And he just seems like a total asshole. So, but that may be why they made for each other. They both can quietly, non-expressively say how they love each other. And that could be how it works or whatever. But, they're weird. But if they like it, I love it. It was what it was. Ashley and Barr. Ashley brings up how she got a full-time job as an admin assistant at a medical office. I'm happy she got a job. Because my Barr ass don't work, so they need to make some kind of money. So she's like, now we can save money to move to Atlanta. So I'm like, that's a good thing, too. She brings up how she loves working because it gives her a chance to be... It gives her a chance to be on break from being a mom. And I think people are like, well, why should I love how she said, like, I feel like when I'm at work, I can just be me. I'm not mom. I'm asking, and I'm there to do a job. Like, it gives her this, she just feels better. You know what I'm saying? I think every mother or father needs to break to, you know, decompress. And she's able to go to work. So that's great, great, great. And Bar keeps the baby because he doesn't work. So he like, yeah, we've been bonding more. Like I can teach her things. Like I taught her how to clap. I taught her how to high five. He's like, look, clap. She ain't want to clap. High five. She won't high five. So he's a bad teacher. But I digress. Anyway, you know, she brings up how she wants to find some common ground with Bar's mom because I just don't want my daughter growing up feeling like it was always mommy's family versus daddy's family. And I'm like, well, that's a great grown up decision to make. That's true because if it keep one way it's going, that is how it was seen to the daughter when she gets older. You know, and her and Bard kind of talk about how it's just very tiring how it's always fussing and fighting between, you know, his girlfriend and his mama. And I like how Ashley said, like, you know what I'm saying, I just want to be able to fix it. You know what I'm saying? I want to try to be cool with her so that we can just get along. And even though I haven't seen her since our last altercation, hopefully we can find some kind of, you know, common ground. So his mom comes to visit because they're trying to get an appeal for the brother's murder conviction. But I'm like, she must gonna be there for a while because it takes a while to get those convictions overturned or whatever, or even to get an appeal. So I'm like, I don't know how long she's gonna be there. So when she comes to visit, you know, she comes to visit Brian and Ashley, of course. And when she comes in, they was calm, cool, and collected. Okay, they had a calm conversation. She said, "Hey Ashley, hey Bar Mama," because I can't think of her Shin. What's her name? And they both kind of bring up how they both need to be peaceful, how they both need to kind of fuck down or whatever. They both also say how what happened at Bar's birthday party, how it has got too far. It should have never got to the point of them fighting. I like how if one person said, like, you know what I'm saying, well, this went too far, the other one said, you know what, I agree it did. So it's a thing of them playing off of each other, both admitting how they both went too far, how it should have never got to the point of them trying to physically fight each other or anyone else trying to physically fight on their behalf. That was crazy, crazy, crazy. And, you know, Shin said, so let's make a promise, like, going forward, that, you know, whatever happens, whatever we go through, good or better or indifferent, that we never, you know, put the kids in it. Like, we never, you know, use the kids with anything. And I'm like, that's also a good thing. Because even the minute you beeped out, like, don't say, I can't see my granddaughter. Or, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Don't do that. So, they agree to that. You know, Bar Mom says, you know, I feel like, you know, if you feel like I've said something or done something wrong to you, you have to tell me so we can communicate about that and just discuss it. I think she said that last time too, and it didn't work. So let's hope this time one of them says it and means it and does it, and shit don't go left. So they hug it out. They hug it out. They both were crying. It was a really touching moment. Bar was shocked to see it because it was a real moment of them both letting the bullshit go, just letting the bullshit go. But you know, Brian Mama and Athy is never gonna be friendly. It's just not gonna happen because one of them is gonna always have an attitude about something. Let's say that. So we'll see. But Brian was happy to see, you know, his mama and his girlfriend hug it out sincerely, and it was a great thing. So we do see that his mom takes the baby, you know, for some time so that Bar and Ashley can have some time by themselves. And, you know, he lets her know how he's just shocked that his mom, you know, squashed and hugged out or whatever. And she's like, you know, I just wanted to move forward. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, just keep it moving and, you know, not hold on to the BS. She's like, nah, I don't know how long it's going to last. But, you know what I'm saying, we had to do that. And she's like, for me, I feel like my daughter will be looking at me for direction. And so I don't want her to be a person who she said, I don't want to be a person that I would not want my daughter to be. I said, now that's a mother. Okay, that's a mother realizing I'm a mother and I have to be an example for my daughter. So how can I expect her to do better if I can't do better? So again, it was absolutely great. And that's all that it was with Brian and Ashley. Kayla, you know, she finds out that the cops are not pursuing charges on Stefan. Because the DA says there's not enough evidence. So it's that whole thing. She brings up how she just wants him to get some kind of help. And if he can get some kind of help, she will be good. And, you know, allowing him to, be around the son or whatever. But, because she wants to do what's best for her son, but she does not know what's best for her son is to permanently or for 2 years remove the father from seeing her because like if she extends this PPO, he won't be able to come around them for 2 years. So she's just stuck. She's stuck on stupid. Pause on dumb because she's stuck on stupid because she's like, what I stupidly don't know what to do. But she's paused on dumb because you was dumb to even have his baby. Whatever. So we do see Stefan talking or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry for what I did. He was saying, I know I made some bad choices and I need to take up accountability for what I've done. And he was just talking to himself or whatever. Because my mom been raised like they saying, I can't believe I need to apologize to Kayla and her mom because neither one of them deserves the way I've been acting or things I've done. He said that same bullshit at the end at the reunion last season. So I'm looking like, I don't believe you, Stefan. You fucking raised your head. Yes, on my goddamn nerves. You know what I'm saying? I want to apologize to both. I believe it when I see it. So he does like call his mom or whatever, and she's like, whatever you did, you need to fix it because we did not raise you to be that way, and you need to start praying because only God can help you now. You have two sisters, so you should know that you can't be out here disrespecting women. And I feel like, where is his mama and these sisters at? Like, someone to come and like slap some sense into this boy because it's a whole bunch of bullshit. Okay, it's just stupid, stupid, stupid. But we see that's his only scene or whatever. We then see Kayla. What did she say? She said, I think people will judge me if I don't keep the restraining order. It ain't that we're going to judge if you don't keep the restraining order. It's like, if you keep not checking him, we judge you. If you keep trying to fuck that man, we're going to judge you. If you keep wanting to be with him, that's where the judgment comes from, solely because you can literally see the situation. It's so many times where a person can't see what they're going through because it's not a camera pointed at them. You have a camera pointed in your life and you can see the bullshit and you won't move past it. It's crazy or whatever. Her mom like, well, do you want me to go with you to the court? And she's like, well, no, because I'm not going to extend the PPO. And she's like, what? Why not? She's like, well, I just don't think I need to extend it or whatever. And then she's like, well, I'm just worried for your safety, for the safety of the baby, whatever. I don't think that's the best decision. And then she's like, well, just because I don't extend it does not mean things are gonna go back to how they were. And her mom, she's like, but she said he can still come and like only see the baby when I tell him to. And so her and mom talking back and forth and whatnot. And the mom was like, I know you and I know your pattern, so I'm just afraid that you're gonna just go back into that same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And her mom like, you know what I'm saying, if you go through the courts, it will force him to have to do things if you go through the court system. And you have no faith in me and I cannot believe you have no faith. No, you have no faith in yourself. And that's the issue. You want people to believe that you're going to do the right thing when it comes to Stefan, and you never have. Like, you've seen him literally damn near punch your mama. You've seen him literally beat your ass. You've seen him literally, do these things, and we know it ain't the first time. So you've seen these things happen, and we have no faith in you because you've shown no faith in yourself to stand up to him and make him have consequences for his actions. And that's the part that's kind of crazy. And then the mom like, I'm saying, I'm just scared about your pattern, and I'm terrified that I'm going to get a call that something has happened, and it's going to be even worse. We see that whole thing. Last but not least, Briana. Oh, I need some water. Hold on. I had to get up and get some water. Lord Jesus. Anyway, last but not least, Briana. So we see that Briana's mom has found a job. Okay, so because she was able to find a job, they was also able to find a house to rent. So they were able to move in with the last bit of money they had from them moving down to Oregon. So they used up all the money for the deposit, but at least they have a house. So Briana like him said, I'm happy we have a permanent house or whatever. But I'm like, but your ass still don't have no job. Okay, you not working. Neither is your boyfriend. Okay, both of you people are basically petty dependents. So we see that she is now applying for welfare benefits because her son has, medical needs or whatever. And so when she's applying for the Medicaid stuff, she's kind of like talking to herself a little bit, but talking to her son about the birth father. So she's like, well, yeah, I guess they're asking like if who was the birth father, whatever. And so she's saying how her birth father told her when she was pregnant how he did not want to have anything to do with her or the baby. And so she's like, so basically that's what he said since the moment I told him that. And so he's always been gone. So when the application is asking like, for, in-home parents or is other parent involved or whatever, he isn't and he never has been. So she was later talking to her mom and saying like how she did apply for benefits. And, she's like, well, did you have to list the father? And she said, well, yeah, I did. Just the basic info I know was just his name and that he lived in Chicago. Now, I guess the baby daddy is supposedly a guy who she was like in elementary school with, and they ended up hooking up when her and Danae had broken up. So, she's like, she said, I'm not going to go after him for child support, which I'm confused on. I wouldn't go after him for child support because my birth father put on child support through the state and he never paid child support. So I feel like Brianna has these thoughts in her head based on her mama's situation with maybe her daddy. But I'm like, that's crazy. Her mama said, well, I did put him on child support. He just never paid it. So I'm like, well, that must have been before they was forcing people to pay child support or go to jail, which I'm pretty sure. So, and then when her mom kept like, maybe you should maybe contact him again, see what his thoughts are now, or maybe tell his parents that, he had a baby. Because I guess he was also underage. So as far as they know, his parents never knew that she was pregnant. She never went to his parents. She only went to him. And because he said he doesn't want to be bothered, they're assuming that he never told his parents that some girl came and said that she was pregnant. So she's like, well, it's not my job to ask him to be a father. You know what I'm saying? I should not have to tell his parents that he had a baby. Like, I had already go through that until tell you or whatever. So I don't want to go through that until his family too. And her mom was like, you know what I'm saying? If it was me, I would want to know that I have a grandchild. So I'm thinking about it from my perspective as a grandparent. I would want to know. So I would hope someone would come and tell me or whatever. And then she's like, maybe, it's been a whole year or whatever. Maybe he wants to be involved now, and maybe we can tell his parents. I'm not doing that, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to do all that. That's just dumb. She was going off. And her mom was like, you know what I'm saying? Well, but what if they want to know and they just don't? Like, what if they want to be involved and now you have them miss out on all this time with their grandchild simply because they don't know he exists? And if we think about it, they have never said his name or anything. So even if someone was watching the show, the grandparents could be watching the show and not know that's their grandchild. Like, well, unless the baby look like the daddy. But yeah, because they haven't shown a picture of the guy. Like, there's no way for us to say who the daddy is. So that whole thing is done. And she's like, well, if they missing out on time with their grandchild, that's their son's fault. That's not my fault. I feel like Brianna's a full-fledged idiot, because she rather struggle and be on Medicaid than to just say, hey, let me at least try to contact him one more time and see if he's changed, because maybe he's a little bit older. Or maybe I can mention it to his parents and then see if they want to be involved. And if they don't, I'm not going to push the issue. I'm not going to scratch and beg them to be a part of it. But at least they can't say they never knew. And not only that, you don't want your child to grow up knowing that you never attempted, beside that one time, to have their father or the father's family be involved in his life. That's crazy to me. Crazy to me. And again, she don't have to make him be a part. She don't have to go ahead and like force him, or she don't have to like, stalk him or whatever. But she could at least, there's nothing wrong with attempting to see what's going on now a year later, or over a year later. It's probably almost 2 years now, whatever. But whatever. And she thinks, you know what I'm saying, I don't, and you shouldn't, I just feel like when the kid get older, the kid gonna be mad at her, and she don't realize or whatever. So we do see that she has an interview with like a hotel or whatever, but the place don't open up for a few weeks. So again, she still don't have no job. So she's talking to Robert, saying how she filled out stuff to get benefits or whatever, and how the state is going to try to find the dad and maybe do a DNA test. And then, she's like, my mom wants me to tell his family whatever, but I don't think that's my job. Like, I don't owe him anything. What do you think? Okay, what do you think I should do? And he said, you know what, I don't think it would hurt, to give them I don't think it would hurt to give them one more chance. I don't think it's a big deal if you reach out a little bit. So whatever. She gets mad at him because he told her he don't think it's a big deal or whatever. Why would you say that? I can't. Why would you even say that? Because you asked him his opinion. You can't ask someone their opinion but get mad at their opinion does not match yours. You should just told him I don't want to do it and that's it. And he like, well, you got mad over that, and she's pissed off. And I'm like, you an idiot. She's an idiot. She's really, really stupid. And I feel like this. I feel like she don't know who the daddy is. I feel like she's like, I don't want to press the issue because if I press the issue and he's not the father, I'm gonna look stupid. I wonder if she don't know who the father is and she's okay with not going after the person she told was the father. That's the kicker. That's the kicker. I don't think she know who the daddy is, and she's pissed that she don't know because the same way she said, "Well, I hooked up with some guy randomly." She could hook up with more than one guy. Because my thing is, who wants to continue to struggle with a baby when you can possibly have help? I feel like she's scared to get that DNA test. That's what it is. Point blank to the period. Anyway, that's all, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay's Corner. Peace.
He's like love, 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 and music.